Hello and welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news, thousands remain without power across the Suncoast, but the numbers are improving even throughout Sunday. Here's a look at the latest numbers for our area. As of 9 p.m. tonight in Sarasota County, over 26,000 are still without power, but that is an improvement of about 6,000 in just the last several hours. And in Manatee County, over 13,000 are still powerless. That's about 4,000 homes that were restored today. And Hurricane Irma will not be stopping the 2017 World Rowing Championships from starting despite some minor setbacks, such as teams arriving a little later than expected. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick has more on this story from Nathan Benderson Park, looking at how Hurricane Irma affected all the preparations for that international competition.
Things have been changing quickly here at Nathan Benderson Park. The grandstands are going up. Rowers have been practicing on the water. It almost looks like a hurricane never even hit our area, but of course it did. Hurricane Irma slamming the Suncoast, delaying travel plans and setup.
We're constantly getting updates, checking, and just making sure everything was okay for everyone as well.
Rowing teams from across the world were scheduled to arrive in Sarasota right as Hurricane Irma hit. But those plans were delayed as teams tracked the storm from their native countries.
Yeah, we were a little bit worried. That's normal, I think, because when you see television in France, it was a big catastrophe here.
But on Thursday, Team Argentina was the first to arrive in Sarasota. All 69 teams are expected to be here for the opening ceremony next weekend, and most won't even be able to tell a storm hit.
Genuinely, minus a couple branches on the trees, the clear up has been, obviously really substantial, and you can't really notice it. Some people in our hotel are staying in different rooms because they had hurricane damage, but apart from that, you can't really notice it.
Hurricane Irma didn't leave much damage behind at Nathan Benderson Park. A few palm trees took a fall, but the infrastructure is okay and ready to host thousands from across the world.
The lake is okay. The park folks, Sanka, they have the ability to actually drain the lake in preparation for any big storm. So they did just that. As most of us know, Irma was not a significant rainmaker, so the water level stayed pretty much the same.
The grandstands are going up. The containers full of rowing equipment has arrived from overseas. The championships are back on schedule.
Sarasota is ready to the beginning of the World Rowing Championships, yeah.
A few of the hotels hosting these rowers did lose electricity, but that has since been restored. Now, yesterday was the last meeting for volunteers for the World Rowing Championships. There was a show of hands, and about 95% of them had lost power at one point or another, but they're still ready for the weekend's events. The organizers say that shows just how dedicated and resilient the area is. Reporting in Sarasota, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Jess. And how about that day right out there at Nathan Benderson Park? Beautiful. Let's head over to Wendy Ross for a check on our first alert weather forecast. Wendy.
Wasn't it an incredible day today? We saw lots and lots of sunshine, hardly a cloud in the sky. Even now, we're looking at clear skies. Temperature of 80 degrees at this hour, and we're looking at high humidity. Winds are calm, but they're coming in out of the north, and it's those northerly winds that are going to help to make things feel a whole lot better for us over the upcoming couple of days. We're going to be seeing mostly fair skies tonight, and we're going to see our temperatures dropping down into the 70s. We're going to start off the day with plenty of sunshine, and rain is not going to be part of our forecast for another 24-hour period. So we do have some areas where we've got some flooding concerns, of course, but we don't have any wet weather. We don't have any clouds in the sky, so things are going to be nice and quiet, and those winds are going to continue to come on in out of the north and then shift around maybe towards the northeast a little bit later on. But again, we're going to be staying rain free throughout the overnight time period and into tomorrow as well. And of course, we're going to be talking about the hurricane season. We are in full throttle still, and so we've got two systems that we're going to be concerned with, and we'll be talking about that in just a few minutes. Adam?
All right, thank you, Wendy. And back to that hurricane that just passed through Florida, and down in the Florida Keys, a couple is now living in their destroyed mobile home, saying they've been there for days, getting as comfortable as they can among the rubble. Janine Stanwood shows us just how they're surviving among everyone else.
We spent all our money to
evacuate.
to evacuate it, but we have nothing left.
For some on hard-hit Stock Island, the little they had is now gone.
My yacht is gone. My two dinghies, a small boat, gone. I don't have nothing.
But as we were about to leave the Island Life trailer park there, this happened.
He's inside?
Yeah. Neighbors tell us inside this crushed house we thought was abandoned are 2 people.
We looked through the door, and there's somebody inside.
Oh my gosh. Hello? Hi. How are you? This is Joy. The bandages are for her sunburn. She says she and Jerry came back after Irma and have been sleeping here ever since.
We've been here for 5-6 days.
You've been here for 6 days like this?
Yeah, they just let people in today.
Yeah.
Has anybody come to help?
Oh, yeah.
There's been all kinds of people.
All kinds of people.
The owners of the park haven't been around.
They didn't let anybody
split.
down here.
You haven't seen them. Haven't seen the owners of the park.
All right, so this is where Jerry and Joy lived. And they're still staying in this house.
Are you hanging in? You all right?
Oh, we're struggling.
Down the road, an organization called Caring for the Keys was handing out the last in this load.
We got some, which is good. It's better than nothing,
With all the keys now open to residents and business owners, more relief, but more heartache as people see how their homes fared. As for Jerry and Joy, they say they'll pick up ice later today and insist they're fine for now.
Well, some good news for those here in Sarasota County who may have experienced roof damage during the hurricane. The county and U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is looking to help. Members of the Blue Roof program will be giving away a free tarp for residential roofs. They'll be at Bee Ridge Park, located at South Lockwood Ridge Road, from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day this week. Homeowners must show up in person to sign up for the program. Roofs with greater than 50% structural damage are not eligible. Anyone visiting the John and Mabel Ringling Museum on Sunday enjoyed the added bonus of free admission. The Ringling closed last Friday and reopened this morning for the first time since Hurricane Irma. And free admission is just the museum staff's way of saying thank you to the community for their dedication during cleanup.
We were extremely lucky here at the Ringling Museum that we really have not suffered any major damage. We have a few downed trees, as you can see behind me, and some debris like a lot of people here experienced. But our staff and community has been extremely dedicated over the past few days.
The museum took several precautions before the storm hit, including pulling some of their more valuable works of art down and securing the building. Luckily, the structure and its collection inside remained safe. Hundreds of people spent their Sunday dinner with the Detweiler family and their grocery store, which was offering a free hot meal earlier tonight. Detweiler's Farm Market, located on Lockwood Ridge Road, worked from around 8 a.m. to about 7 p.m. on a community barbecue. The grocery store primarily wanted to give back to first responders and FPL crews who have been working tirelessly throughout the past week cleaning up after Irma's mess. Their efforts helped bring thousands back to normal, so the owners thanked them the best way they knew how, through their stomachs.
We lost power for about 6 days, and we came home and we finally got power, no food, and then our refrigerator doesn't work now. So we're luckily here getting food for us and the girls so we can have a hot meal.
The community came around. We got a lot of people that are customers that said, hey, we want to volunteer. We got from 5 years old to 80 years old in here helping right now. So it's amazing, the community coming together in this time.
The Detweiler family also collected donations in their stores for the victims of Hurricane Harvey just a few weeks ago. A movement to make the Suncoast more eco-friendly taking place this afternoon in Sarasota. And despite a thinner crowd than expected due to Hurricane Irma, vendors say they are still pleased by today's turnout. The Eco-Friendly Florida Fest gathering together a variety of people with the same purpose to show the local community all of the resources that it has to live a healthier and more sustainable lifestyle. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, a horrific attack in France. The investigation into 4 American tourists attacked with acid at a London train station. Plus, the shocking scene captured on camera. A Ferris wheel employee steps in to help two small boys tilting at a dangerous angle. What happened next? Coming up when we return.
And tracking this very dangerous storm, Hurricane Irma.
If you've been ordered to evacuate, please go.
We are double teaming it in the Weather Center.
You got to make sure that there's no trees around that could fall on you in the safe room.
Of course, we still are impacted.
People are calling in with all kinds of questions and concerns.
City of Venice is without water.
The power has gone out there.
Hoping you've got a battery-powered radio.
I'm not sure if anyone's shift really ends.
Seeing the community come together and help each other.
You know, we are all in this together here.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
If you're thinking about replacing your windows, what matters most to you? We found what matters is high performance. Our customers want energy-efficient windows built for Florida weather. Windows that can stand everything from scorching sun to hurricanes. Our customers want windows that reflect their life, their lifestyle. Windows that will last a lifetime. We listen to our customers, and as a result, we're growing. So if you're looking to replace your windows, stop here at New South Window.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Welcome back. It was a horrifying attack on 4 young women from Boston College studying abroad at the main train station in the French city of Marseille. Police say 2 were splashed in the face with acid. ABC's Jennifer Eccleston has the latest on that investigation.
Tonight, a horror for American students in southern France. 4 Boston College juniors, all women studying abroad, victims of a terrifying acid attack. Emergency teams racing to the St. Charles train station in Marseille, rushing the Americans to a local hospital. French prosecutors confirming a 41-year-old woman confessed to spraying the students with hydrochloric acid. 2 of the women suffering facial burns, the others being treated for shock. Tonight, Boston College identifying them as Courtney Silverling, Charlotte Kaufman, Michelle Krug, and Kelsey Costin.
One of the students will have to see an eye doctor tomorrow. The students had acid thrown into their face by a woman whom French police described as disturbed.
And now we go to that shocking scene captured on camera at a North Carolina fair. Take a look at this. A Ferris wheel ride worker taking action, trying to help 2 small boys, the pair of boys teetering at a dangerous angle. But before the worker can reach them, something shifts and sends that man plummeting to the ground. Luckily, that worker is okay, and the 2 boys suffering only minor injuries. Their parents standing by, however, say they were traumatized by the ordeal.
I felt helpless, and it was the scariest moment.
That's your babies up there. You can't do anything to protect them. Like, you're at the bottom, just lifeless.
Now, state officials are investigating what caused that ride to malfunction, but certainly a scary scene there. And the carnival's really taken a hit this year with a couple of high-profile accidents. But back here to our weather on the Sun Coast. Wendy Ross standing by with more First Alert forecast. Wendy, the tropics are brewing again.
Oh my goodness, this is the peak of the season. So, you know, this is the time of the year when we're going to see the most activity. And of course, that is certainly what is going on. We're going to get to that in just a second. I just have to tell you that it's pretty nice out there right now.
Let's enjoy it.
So let's enjoy it. We're just going to take a quick breather. And this is radar, and there's just nothing to show you on radar. And we're going to continue to see this drier air get pulled on down from the north. And then the winds are going to shift around and come in more out of the north-northeast, and that will help to keep us on the quiet side for the next 24-hour period. Today we got up to a high of 91, 75 was the overnight low. Now this is what it is for average, 74 and 89. So 91 and 75 are above average, but we're going to see plenty of sunshine over the next couple of days. So we're going to keep that temperature reading right around 90 for the daytime high, and overnight lows will be mostly in the mid and maybe even some low 70s. 80 degrees right now, fair skies, dew point at 74 degrees, the humidity high, the winds coming in out of the north at 5 miles per hour, again drawing down some of this drier air across our region. Well, now we're going to get to the tropics, and of course we've got the two systems here that we're particularly interested in. We have Jose right here, we have Maria here. Maria did become a hurricane, and it is now becoming a powerful one. It will be over the next couple of days. We're going to start with Jose. That's the closest one to us. It is not a problem for Florida, but we are watching the system continuing to move on up towards the north right now. You can see it very well defined right here. And as it continues to move towards the north, the spaghetti models are taking it to the north and then making a sharp right-hand turn as it is expected to move out into the Atlantic. Some of the models bring it back on in. However, we're just going to have to wait and see what will happen and unfold over the next couple of days. The rain shower futurecast is showing the system continuing to move off towards the north. In Florida, we get a couple of the showers. That would be taking place along the east coast, but we're not going to be seeing any effects by wind or rain. It's not going to be a problem along the west coast whatsoever. In the meantime, Hurricane Maria is moving towards the west-northwest at 13 miles per hour, already having strengthened from the 5 o'clock position to 85 mile per hour winds. It is still Category 1, but over the next several days it continues to get stronger, becoming a 3 and then later on a 4, Category 4, as it gets closer to Puerto Rico. And we're going to continue to watch this system, but now it appears as though it's going to start to make more of a northerly track, north-northwest, and then more of the northerly track after that, and that'll take place on Friday. That's the thinking right now, but as we know, this is one of those systems you have to wait and see and listen, because over the next couple of days this track is going to become more defined, and by next weekend we're going to have a very good idea of where Maria is going. The spaghetti models are taking it this way, and you can see it goes across the islands once again, and then most of the spaghetti models are keeping it away from the state of Florida. But we still have to wait and see what's going to happen, and that will become much more clear for us by this upcoming weekend. In the meantime, if you're heading to the beach tomorrow, winds will be out of the north-northwest at 10 to 15 knots, and 88 degrees will be the temperature. The Gulf water temperature, 84 degrees, and we are looking for a beautiful night tonight. Overnight lows in the mid-70s, clear skies, and over the next several days we're going to be seeing those temperature highs right around that 90-degree mark with no rain through Thursday. Adam?
Thank you, Wendy. Sports is coming up next. Stick around.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
40 million. That's the number of free phones still available and the number of how many Americans can still get prescriptions free.
Free could be wonderful.
That's why I'm still working at 77 years old to pay off my prescriptions.
I needed to have a prescription filled and I had to leave because I couldn't afford it.
Call now and see what's available for you. Free prescriptions. Over 10 million people get prescriptions free, and the program has expanded, so another 40 million can. Free dental. Over 15,000 dentists have provided over $330 million in free dental work. Free cell phones. 40 million free cell phones are still available with free minutes and more.
Free cell phone would change my life right now because it is something I cannot afford to get.
Medical supplies like back braces, knee braces, and diabetic supplies may be covered too. The free RX Plus hotline has saved callers over $12 million on their prescription costs. These free programs are now available to 40 million more people. Call now.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Watch your Suncoast News at 6 on your streaming device for a chance to win a $50 Visa. It's easy. Just watch weekdays at 6 for the word of the week. Then enter the word at mysuncoast.com for your shot at a $50 Visa. We'll pick the winner each week. Good luck.
Now, sports.
Hurricane Irma on the minds of every player from Florida's 3 NFL teams, the Bucs, Dolphins, and Jaguars, all wearing that one Florida decal on their helmets today to honor those storm victims. The Bucs opening their season 1 week late after canceling last week's matchup with Miami. Jameis Winston throwing for over 200 yards and this touchdown to Mike Evans, the first of 2017. And former Bucs quarterback Mike Glennon riding the struggle bus to his first game back in Tampa since signing with Chicago. 3 turnovers, including this pick 6. The Bucs D forcing 4 turnovers on the day. They get out to their biggest halftime lead since 2001 and roll the Bears 29-7. Dolphins Chargers out in San Diego, a bit of history right here. Chargers tight end Antonio Gates breaking the all-time touchdown mark for tight ends with the 112th touchdown catch of his career. Jay Cutler playing his first game in place of the injured Ryan Tannehill, 230 yards passing and a touchdown for Cutler today. And the game would end on a missed field goal by Chargers rookie Young-Ho Koo. Dolphins hang on to win their first game 19-17. The Rays are on the outside looking into the playoff picture and picked up a much-needed win against the AL East leading Red Sox at home today. Evan Longoria driving in 2 runs, but it was catcher Jesus Sucre who had the big one, a 2-out homer in the 9th that proved to be the difference. Rays pitchers also stepping up. Starter Jake Odorizzi taking a no-hitter into the 6th, and closer Alex Colomé picking up his 45th save of the season in the 9th, which got him some high praise from teammates after the game.
You know, that cutter slider that he throws is a pretty good pitch that really doesn't get talked about all that much for how good it is.
Every time he go out there and pound the song, I don't think hitters got the chance because cutters, that's way nasty.
Colomé has already eclipsed his mark of 37 saves from last season. Well, it was another controversial night for professional boxing. The highly touted middleweight bout between reigning champ Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez ending in a draw. One judge scoring that fight 118-110 for Alvarez, while the other 2 judges scored at 115-113 Golovkin and 114-114, which is how many people, including the reigning champ, saw that fight turning out.
I don't know, just I think I win. I believe I win because, you know, just maybe I give him 3 or 4 maximum round, you know, just. And I feel like I win. And did you see reaction all people?
Golovkin would not say directly that he wants a rematch, only that he is ready, and that will be a question for the promoters. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received J.D. Power Awards for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
Start your day with a new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Crayola has announced the name of a new blue crayon this week, and it's drawing criticism. Bluetiful beat out 4 other names in an online naming contest launched in July. But critics on Twitter say the name will teach children a non-word and even confuse them. Still, Bluetiful won 40% of the vote. It will replace the company's yellowish dandelion crayon in its 24-count box. Bluetiful is Crayola's 19th blue color and will be available soon. I vote against it because I had to read it 3 times on live TV just now.
It was just too hard to say.
So,
Bluetiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of have to think.
When you say it that many times out loud, I am kind of against it.
But it was a pretty color, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you're kids. You have imagination.
It beats yellowish dandelion.
Yeah. Just make up words, languages. Why not when you're kids?
Fun.
Express yourself. Join us in the morning. Talk about Bluetiful.